Yes, sir. Testing, 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 testing. Here, no, yeah, right there. Word. Greetings, all, and welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck is a reborG podcast. I'm reborG, here for your listening and viewing pleasures. I'm here out and about, chilling, righteous hydration in a cup. Yeah, this don't do hit. I ain't even gonna lie. First sip, like that. Oh man, what y'all been up to? Ain't seen, talked to y'all, been through since goddamn Thanksgiving. Get y'all an update on me, still unemployed, don't like it, but we gonna keep fighting. Going forward with the good fight. Couple of perspectives, but I made a promise to myself with this job hunt after I was done with school, not to just take anything, because I've done that in the past, and that has led to a lot of stressful situations that I didn't deserve to deal with or put upon myself. So this time, we got some guidelines that we gonna follow. We doing okay. I would much rather be working by this time, but we're gonna remain positive. We're gonna remain positive on the outlook of everything. Okay. I'm not gonna hit y'all with no spiel like they be hitting everybody on social media. Because now on social media, everybody's a guru of everything. This, I am just in a place of positivity. Like, if you famous and you got some bread, I ain't saying your life is better, but you definitely not dealing with what a whole lot of other people got to deal with. What you gonna say? Just because I have money, that means people will like to ask me and try to get money out of me. The good thing about that, I don't know who started the English language or whatever, but I'm gonna give the credit to Merriam-Webster. If you look in his book, the dictionary, it's a word that only takes two letters that should let you know what it is. The N and the O. And for us who want to add a little bit of flavor, you can put the root word in the front. Hell no. Fuck no. Oh hell no. No. Like, come on. I'll tell you that we all good over here, man. Um, had to take moms to the hospital. Mom was in the hospital like from after Thanksgiving all the way to like the last week in January, because she had to go to the hospital and then she had to go to physical therapy place. That's what it was. Who is egg on the hoe on steam? Yeah, I'm good on that. I don't even know who that is. Who is egg on a hoe on steam with that stupid ass picture of Brian Pumper hitting? Man, I'm sorry. Some things are just funny like a few times, and then I don't feel like laughing at him no more. I don't feel like it no more. But yeah, she was in there just for not nothing serious, just getting some of the routine stuff back in order, like making sure she's eating good majority of the week. You know, she's at the stage now where I'm not expecting her to just eat healthy to the core like the whole time, but I mean all week. But you could give it 3 to 5 days. It don't have to be every day. She's 72, yeah, because she just had a birthday last month. Shout out to her. Happy birthday to moms, Mike, my nephew, and Simone, my niece. Everybody just getting old around here. But yeah, it was just maintaining everything with her, making sure she's using her inhaler because mom's is She's a little hard headed nowadays, but it's cool. You got to get on there every now and again. Like, unfortunately, I ain't unfortunate. I had to chastise her a little bit the other day, um, because she asked me randomly like a week or two ago, "Do I need any gloves?" And I'm like, "No, not really. I don't wear gloves like that. Didn't wear them when I played football. I take my fingers for that. I really was never a glove dude outside of the baseball field. And sure as shit stink. Guess what? Somebody done bought me and slid them to me on Saturday. And telling me, I know you said you don't need none, but here, ma, ma, getting ready to be 42 years old next month, ma. 42. I know exactly what I need in life, okay? If I tell you I don't need no gloves, I don't need no gloves. That has nothing to do with you spending any money because you old and that's all you got right now is money and time. You chilling. But don't spend stuff on me. Not at this point. One, because you don't have to. Two, you're a horrible gift giver. All right. I don't have any memorable gifts from you from any Christmas or birthday and throughout my life. You and my sister stink at this. Now my sister has got a little bit better because she got this red jacket that I've been wearing for like the past couple of years. But she's never been really worried about what the hell. Neither one of them has been really worried about what the hell they've given me. They don't ask no questions. They don't even slip past it. My last girlfriend, Brooklyn, was the last woman I seen really like put the effort together to to get me some proper gifts, this, that, and the third. Because I'm a good gift giver. Um, Pops was the ultimate. It just must be. It's not a God thing. It's a simplistic thing. My nephew's a great gift giver. Every gift my nephew has given me has been cool. I still love them Air Max 90s he gave. They like a blue and they're like gray with dashes of blue. Like they sauce, man. I'm not getting up to go get them right now. Y'all see them sooner or later. Because I like Air Max 90s. Matter of fact, Air Max 90s took over Air Force Ones because back when I was in high school, in the prehistoric era of 2000, the base jumps was white Air Forces, black Air Forces, pair of Tims. And then, if you was fortunate enough to get some other stuff around then, I try to mix in a shell toe here and there, some other type of Nikes here and there. But as I started to get older, I stopped fucking with them Air Force Ones because ain't nobody got time to be worried about trying to keep from creasing them and putting the shoe levelers in there so your foot will go when you put your foot in there, it's arch so you don't get the creases at the toe and stuff like that. Nah, let me just go get some Air Max 90s. And that's what kind of replaced that one. I used to do a pair of white ones or white adjacent black, and then of course the Tims. But now we just all over. We do whatever now because we grown. I ain't worried about that now. But my nephew's a great gift giver, pops. Yeah, what was I saying? Brooklyn, my ex, man. That's yeah, because she hooked me up one birthday. We went to hell in, and she had been asking me questions, random questions about stuff anyway, and she did it so subtly. She knows, I mean, come on now, I'm sauce. So she was like, what kind of colognes? She said you always smelling good. What's some of your favorite colognes? I thought she was just genuinely asking, just yeah, out of curiosity. Nah, she bought me some good ass cologne for my birthday. Bought me some like a little variety pack of nothing bundt cakes. Yeah, those was good. Took me to Plaza Azteca. If you're gonna take me to a restaurant, it really doesn't matter. I'll find something I like on the menu, and it's not gonna be just chicken. It could be anything. And then she gave me the ultimate birthday present later. But yeah, mom's just chilling, getting ready to go see her in the morning, take her to dialysis, moving a little bit better. It's just on her now. The effort is on her part. So I really haven't either. Outside of some, I mean, yeah, I've gotten the buns, and I'll be honest with you. Uh, and they'll tell you some dumb. They'll tell you dumbness like, "Well, that's not a real gift." If it's what I wanted, it was a gift. It's a real gift. Don't play dumb. Don't overthink this. You can just give me them cheeks. It would be cool. It would be cool, girl. Be cool, shorty. Yeah, it'd be all right, Slim. Just be into it like you're supposed to, and don't give me the cheeks and don't be into it. That's a horrible time for both parties. But be in it to win it, and yeah, that's cool. I really don't need that much, and that's how people be fucking up. Like, unless it's like, unless you want to go all out or some shit like that, it usually don't take that much. A card and $20 or a cash app send off, most people will be all right. Cash app and $25, man, you be all right, man. You ain't got to do a whole lot. We grown because for the most part, if you ain't at the point where you can get most of the stuff that you want anyways, outside of once you have the bare necessities taken care of, like because there's some games being released next month, next month that I'm interested in. We gonna get into that wrestling. We gonna play some baseball. Um, damn, it was something else too. I mean golf, but I ain't in no rush to get that like that. But WWE and MLB the show, yeah, I'm gonna go here. It's just they adding all this new shit and it ain't gonna be on Game Pass. Nah. But that what's that? Fatal Fury, Mark of Wolves in April. Definitely looking forward to that. Always got the fighting game bug, and they got a Marvel versus Capcom Collection 2 coming out. I want to say in April. That I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fuck with that. They also got a Double Dragon game coming out, but that ain't till October. So, but I'm not considering getting any of the shit until if it came out this month, I'd be cool because you never, all bills is taken care of, and I don't have anything sneaking up right now. Everything's cool. My car is too new for any fucking problems. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's too goddamn new for that shit. I'd be pissed if some outside of normal, like if somebody scraped my shit up in the parking lot or somebody bump into it, yeah, that part. But I bet they had no transmission issues. And it's probably the alternator. Hell no. I ain't listening to that shit. Not with this car. I just got this motherfucker. But yeah, we should be all right. We're gonna be doing hitting dabbling into that. Cause I'll be honest, last year's WWE game was solid overall. I give it a good give it about a good 6.5. Yeah, between a 6 and a 6.5. Because my career story was cheeks. It just won't it. They kind of then got to the point where they kind of recycling shit all the way back from maybe about 15 to 20 years ago. And it ain't that damn difficult for you to just pull a story from any goddamn where. You could even bring back the road to WrestleMania or nothing, something like that. Anything. You could just go back. Just look at what you've done in the previous ones and say, okay, you might can revisit this one, then you can bring this one back because they like to recycle shit. Or you could go back and look and say, oh man, we really didn't tap into this like that. Let's go and give this another try. Just making at least a feeble attempt to try to do something different. Because last year it won't even. I was like one of the first years I didn't even complete the what is it called, My Rise. It just wasn't interesting. It was boring instantly. And MLB the show, that's gonna be cool. That's the same old, same old. Hopefully they'll let you adjust the number of games in the franchise because I've wanted to play a franchise. I've wanted to play a franchise in MLB the show, but the fact that you can't change the amount of game schedule, nah. I ain't doing that. I might as well just play the game with the regular show with my regular player, which was very interesting. Baseball is 162 games, I want to say. Yeah, let me see. Ghetto Pod, we up here. Length of MLB season. Yeah, 162 damn games. Yes, sir. New. I'll give you 80 if I could adjust the innings too, because not only is it 162 games, that's 9 innings. If I can do 81 at 5 innings, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. But I'm not doing 100. I'm not doing 100 nothing. I bet like I could do 82 games on a 2K. I ain't gonna say no basketball game because it ain't no other ones. Damn. Remember how we were saying, like I've said before, like the amount of shit that used to be like, cause I had a season in NBA in the zone and NBA shootout and live and courtside and you know, then you got to flip it. Then I got another one in March Madness, and if it's got some type of arcade game, NBA. Well, nah, I ain't gonna lie, I play NBA Jam. That's mainly where I was at. I didn't play Hang Time like that because it's kind of the same shit. I really never got into the sequels and nothing like that. Hang Time. I can't remember the other ones like that. Blitz. It all depends because Blitz was it was the arcade zone, and remember like one year that Blitz fucked around and made 11 on 11, and it really wasn't even that much wild shit in there. And then that fucked up sales, but they was still made enough where they could create another one, and they went back to that. And then like after that, then you had Blitz the League, which I was a fan of. I really did enjoy those. Blitz the League 2 is classic. But yeah, just just having that one damn season I got right now with the Hornets. I'll try a whole nother team next time. Just go through the list. I'll probably gut the Pacers. Yeah, I'll probably gut the Pacers and do that. Then go over there. Because I really don't want to. But yeah, just lessen the games on the show. That should be interesting. They got the My GM mode that's gonna be online this year in WWE. So we can see how that goes. I ain't played that mode in a minute. We kind of looking for universe mode to be online, but and they got some new thing called the Island this year. I guess that's gonna be like the city and 2K basketball. I don't know. I just just wait and see when it comes out. But if they got any news, I know I can holler at get any inside scoops about stuff that's a little early. Shout out to the homie. Um, what else is going? We might as well talk about go ahead and get the Super Bowl out the way. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles representing Philadelphia properly, winning that bowl last night in dominating fashion. I was not expecting such an epic of an ass whooping. It's been a while since we've had like somebody get drugged like that. Because even the game there against Tampa Bay that Kansas City lost, even that one was even that game was still close. Like Kerman and them still had a shot in the fourth quarter. There was no shot in this game. Like, this take me back in the day, man. Them '90s Super Bowls, man. Because it was, what was it? The only close one Buffalo had, and their 4 losses was the one to the Giants. The rest of them was ass whoopings. Then San Francisco beat the shit out of the Chargers. Then the third one for the Cowboys, they beat the Steelers in that one. Yeah. Because the first two was the Bills. Because the Bills had it was Washington, no, New York, Washington, then the Cowboys twice. Yeah. Then that Chargers ass whooping was crazy. Then after that, they played the Steelers. That's who the Cowboys played, and that one wasn't close. Neil O'Donnell threw 3 picks to the same person. So Kermit has not had the worst quarterback performance. Now, if you haven't lived that long, I could understand it, but I've seen some shitty quarterback performances. Them early Denver ones before Terrell Davis and Shannon Sharp and them got there. Oh, Elway was getting fucked up out there. That one where Washington with Doug Williams threw like, I want to say he threw like 5 or 6 touchdowns in the first half. Yeah, that ain't. I've seen worse quarterback performances. And Dennison, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I mean, the first part kind of negates the second part. If I don't have time to throw the ball, how good could I possibly be? And he is the sixth quarter. Kermit is the sixth quarterback to have not gotten blitzed in the Super Bowl, and all 6 of the quarterbacks lost. Now, Kansas City line had been in shambles for the most part all season. So it was kind of, but I didn't expect it to go that bad. And for what is this a crumb? What the fuck is this? Oh, and for Saquon not really to have that great of a that much of an impact in the game. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. He answered a lot of questions that people were having. I wasn't worried about him because last season he was hurt. Um, um, he was hurt, still playing. That's why the season ended the way it did last year. It's because he was hurt. He showed to be a little bit better, taking control of the team. And we lost 1 game since like after Halloween or some shit like that. Philly had been playing good the whole time. And a lot of people were asking like, when are they going to collapse? Shit, they almost won the last time they played Kermit and them. If he don't fumble, if that ain't a scoop and score or whatever the fuck it was, even if it wasn't, he still fumbled on the opposite. It didn't take that. It won't that far after Bolton picked up the fumble. I can understand that, Rambo, but sometimes it's tough. I mean, you can't be better if you're not better. We don't expect those like you going against 2012 LeBron in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, I mean, you can try to be better, but you're not better. Tom Terrific during his time, people trying to tackle AP, like Garden Rose during the MVP season, blocking Aaron Donald. Sometimes you can't be better, but I feel where you're coming from. But that's at least at least you ain't got to revamp a whole lot of shit. Just bring in some linemen, you know, fix that part of it. And I can't see no reason for y'all to come back. The only team I see being a threat is I think Buffalo has missed their chances. I think the defense has gotten too old, and I don't think they'll be able to put it together a defense like they've had previously. And with that, Baltimore got to work on the pass rush. They got to have a better one. They got a decent defense. But like I said, when you're dealing with a dominant team with that superstar quarterback, you got to find a way to get some pressure. If you can't get pressure, you kind of just shit out of luck because they gonna always be ready and have the confidence like, shit, who gonna stop me? They haven't yet, so they ain't even been back here. This jersey cleaner than a motherfucker. Not like last night. God damn, he was hitting Kermit. But shout out to him. No tears for the Chiefs. They got 3 bowls already. So by trying to hear that shit. Might as well get this other trade. The NBA trade deadline was very hectic with a lot of names this time. This is probably like the most names, like all-star attached to the names. Nah, you don't want to get him up out of there, but you definitely don't need him making them same mistakes again. Definitely don't need that dropping that fumble because that kind of like sealed the fate. Lamar didn't help with them early turnovers, but like them Andrews mistakes solidified it. And he's better than that, has been better than that. So I'd give him a chance. But if he does it again, yeah. But yeah, you gotta talk about these trades. Luka with AD, I don't think it's been a trade of this caliber before. Nah. One big name trade that I remember from back in the day, I was a little dude. When the bad boy Pistons traded Adrian Dantley for Mark Aguirre. That was kind of big because they were both all stars, and Adrian Dantley had already led the league in scoring, and Mark Aguirre was, had a couple of all stars under his belt, but not up to this caliber, where you got a young up and coming dude who's close to being the face of the league. You know what? I done bought the wrong shit. Yeah, man, I done fucked up the church's money. I might have to, yeah. But for somebody like Luca, who's considered the person that got now to next, traded for AD, what perennial all star, doing this thing and shit like that. And I'm gonna need Lakers fans to just chill, just relax. Let's get some games going first. Let's see how it goes and things. I'm not saying it's not going to work just because I'm not excited as y'all, but we have to wait and see. Let's not forget, okay? We've seen a couple of big threes not work recently. And remember, the Heatles lost the first finals they went to. So let's just wait and see what happens. This will, I think, because LeBron has said in the last year or two that he wanted somebody to kind of take over, kind of like the reverse of the Kyrie situation. Remember, like LeBron would take over the first three quarters, and then the fourth or in crunch time, he would give it to Kyrie, go do your thing, young homie. This time, he want to do that again with Luca, but not just the first three quarters. Let me get the first and the third, Luca, and you could get the second and the fourth. No problem. You kind of got this. So he been asking for somebody to take over, but that's another thing. We're gonna have to wait and see. If he's still gonna be ball dominant. Are you gonna put Luca in the corner? Because if you put Luca in the corner, I can let you know right now, Luca's not. He's gonna voice his displeasure with being a corner shooter. So the Laker fans losing their mind. We got a center. We got Mark Williams. Yeah, he got an injury history too, right? Why is y'all acting like this dude has been playing and been like acting like he been a difference for the Charlotte Hornets? Have you seen the record the last couple of years? I mean, he is a good player, but he ain't no impact player just yet. Y'all calling for the chip already? Like, god damn. And I ain't saying you can't look forward to it because it's very possible because you got Luca just went to the finals and shit like that last season. But hey, let's just everybody just sit down and just wait. Let's see what happens. All right. Bi finally got out of New Orleans. If he's not only good but healthy, New Orleans is the also we're gonna have to put them in the purgatory category. Jimmy Butler got the Golden State, and I enjoy how RDC made it, where Jimmy squared up with Draymond, because let's just be honest, Draymond that bitching him, Draymond that bullying him, Draymond that doing that shit with Jimmy. I can tell you that right now. Steve Kerr, I don't know how long you're gonna be able to last because Jimmy's very opinionated, very opinionated. He gonna let you know what's up. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a Jimmy Butler fan. I don't think in any of those situations that he's been in, that has been his fault. If we go back and look at the Chicago situation, the owners and the leadership did not look to him to bring in Fred Hoiberg. Fred Hoiberg asked him them questions, try to air everything out. Jimmy told him how he felt. That relationship was done. All that shit was dead. So that's one. And when we've seen the Bulls not make good decisions, so they got rid of Jimmy. Jimmy goes to Minnesota. Jeff T has already put it out there that Jimmy went to Minnesota saying, this is Cat team and this is Andrew Wiggins team. I'm gonna let them get the ball if they need me. He said they need me and you, Jeff. We'll take over if need be. He gave it a few games. He saw that they weren't what they were. They haven't reached that potential yet, and he wanted out of there. And the franchise was like, "We not paying you. We already paying them. Why would we pay you?" And what did they do? They traded Jimmy. He goes to Philadelphia. Who knows if they still stick it out if Kawhi don't hit that shot? And it's already been reports and all that shit, and he said it that Embiid has been asking for them to bring Jimmy back for years since he's been taken out the team. And then Philly turned around and act like they didn't like him. He told the story on JJ Redick's podcast, and they end up choosing Tobias Harris over him. Then you go to the Heat. He went to the Heat because he knew the organization was known for putting together championship teams. They did it for D Wade. They did it for LeBron. When he got there, he didn't bring one real veteran over there to help that man. No offense to Tyler Hero and Bam, but they young boys. That's why they was kind of like when the finals came along. All right, Pat Riley did not give Jimmy the adequate help he needed to even compete in those finals. And then when it came to giving Jimmy the money, I can understand if you're not wanting to pay him, but y'all try to act like, once again, another franchise acting like Jimmy's the problem. I haven't been a problem for this franchise this whole time, but when the free agency get ready to come up and this money getting ready to come up, instead of y'all being real and telling me, hey, man, we don't know, we need to see this, that, and the third. Now they want to throw slick shots and throw shit under the table and throw subliminals and shit like that. I'm going to be honest. That shit ain't never been Jimmy's fault to me. All they brought in was Kevin Love, and then they turned around to Terry Rozier. Like, no, Terry Rozier looked great in Boston because there was other players there. He wasn't you can't make Terry Rozier your number one option for your starting lineup. You can't make him one of them. He's off the bench. 6 man of the year type beat. Not everybody is fit to be the starter just because they do 6 man shit. All right, relax. And now we gonna get to Golden State. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Kerr gonna get on his nerves because I ain't been a fan of Kerr in years. I don't like nothing that he's done. I've already expressed that shit. I've already set it up here that he has easily already had his team set up for the future. He already had his team set up for the next 10 years in 2020. That was the beginning right there. And he has not done shit to develop or get those players better. He does. Now, I will give him credit for winning those chips because, you still got to win them. I ain't going to give Mark Jackson all the credit, but he definitely deserves some credit because he put the confidence in Stephen Clay to let that shit fly. You know what I'm saying? Let that shit fly. And then, a couple of extra pieces was brought in there to help. Iggy. Iggy always patches shit up. Scottie Pippen looking for Michael Jordan. He found it in Steph. Sean Livingston was healthy and found a role in this league, and it worked perfectly with them. Bogut was healthy enough that, it was just the pieces around, you needed that veteran help, and that was not given to the Gymster during his Miami tenure. So, who else got traded? It don't matter. It ain't that damn important. All-Star weekend is this coming weekend, and this has been one of the most underwhelming. I really don't give a shit. Really don't give a shit. Okay, they got this new format. I mean, we're going to watch it just to see what it is, but I don't know, man. Is it just because it's a different player? Because you got to remember, them old school motherfuckers, a lot of them still don't like each other like that. Especially on that court. Bird and Magic were the best of friends off that court, but on the court, mm-mm. Yeah, and that's because they went to catering for the casual, which is something I don't think you can. I don't think you can cater to the casual when it comes to the All Star. You got to give it to people who actually have been there and all that other shit. You got to find. You just have to find people who want to do the shit. Now the mentality has changed because LeBron came through. He been a man of the hour. He changes all that shit up. Everybody's not a lot nicer and stuff like that. It'd be like little skirmishes, but it's not like it was in previous times. It was wilding in the 80s. They still didn't like each other in the 90s. And that's the crazy, like, if you watch during the game, you would never think that most of them were friends. Like, if you watch Shaq versus Patrick Ewing, Shaq was trying to destroy Patrick Ewing, but Patrick Ewing was Shaq's idol. You never know. You saw Michael Jordan get into it. You saw him try to claw Reggie Miller's eyes out. Even when you got later on into the 2000s, Kmart was swinging on people. T-Mac was swinging on people. We already know about the Malice in the Palace. Like, it's just that competitive edge is different now. They still have it. They still want to win, but the niggerdom is gone in the league. There's very few Negroes in the league now, once you think about it. Because once they see a prodigy in the basketball field, they kind of like, he's already taken and put away to the side. You don't get to hang out with them. You just a basketball prodigy. You play for a team in the winter, the fall and the winter. You got whatever your hometown is then. Unless they send your ass somewhere else to go play basketball in the spring and the summer, you on travel teams. You got that. The league don't give a fuck about nobody else. Most people who watch basketball, that watch hoop like that, yeah, they fuck with Trae Young. Yeah, they fuck with LaMelo. Yeah, they fuck with those type of players, but they don't. The league don't be giving a shit for real, for real. For those of you who can remember back in like primetime games in the like mid to early 2000s, like it was like that. It was like competitive, and it was the team. Like you didn't give a shit. This LeBron and Mo Williams and Verjao and whoever the fuck else he had over there against the Magic. Of course, you have your superstar like Dwight Howard, but those of us who watch basketball knew Nelson was hooping, Turk was hooping, Rashard Lewis was hooping, Michael Pietrus was good. Like it was more about the team. They even had the shit in the intros. Come watch the exciting brand of basketball from the Orlando Magic with superstar Dwight Howard, versatile forward Hedo Turkoglu, and up-and-coming star Jameer Nelson versus these old black motherfuckers from the Boston Celtics. Kevin, I look like a Martian Garnett. Paul Pierce, Don't Stab Me Again, and Ray Ball-Headed Jesus Shuttlesworth Allen on ESPN tonight. Now, if you watch the shit, watch Tatum in the Celtics versus Giannis in the Bucks, which you watched on TNT last week, and you watched on ESPN on Friday, and you watched on ABC on Sunday. The last 4 weeks. Like beforehand, they used to have other shit up. They used to have other teams and stuff like that. Remember when the league used to get excited for rookies? Come watch the Seattle Supersonics with their sensational rookie Kevin Durant We don't give a fuck about the record. Come watch this nigga. They don't do that no more. They don't give a shit. They don't even give a shit about players that's putting in work when you even after being in the league a couple of years. Shit, I just rewatched the 2000 All-Star game. Eddie Jones was a starter. And there was not one complaint back then. Not a one. Bring back wearing your own team uniforms. Now, baseball has the best all-star game. Why? Because it actually means something. Whoever wins the Major League Baseball all-star game, that league, their team has home field advantage in the World Series. Now, it's nice, and, they play like that, like it means something, but it kind of don't mean nothing when the Dodgers got everybody. So the NHL, I think they do something else too. But NFL, the first mistake they made was taking that shit away from the end of the season. Why are you having the Pro Bowl the week before the Super Bowl, and fans have voted for players who not gonna be at the game? Why the fuck? And they do it every year. Why are you inviting Patrick Mahomes into the Pro Bowl when he ain't gonna be in the game? He been in the last 4-5 Super Bowls. He ain't gonna be there. All the popular players and the all the popular players and how crazy Philadelphia is as a sports town. No Hurts, no Saquon, AJ, no Skinny Man, none of the linemen, no Bond, no Gardner Johnson, no DeJean, no Slay, none of that shit. That was the first one. The second mistake, taking it away from Hawaii, because a lot of them looked like, hey, go out here, play this game. We're going to be chilling. Because it really wasn't all that, they weren't really all that competitive, but they were still out there playing. Even the games was fun. They don't have a quarterback challenge no more. I looked at the old quarterback challenge. Peyton Buckethead ass man and was out there doing the jump. Then I watched this year's jump. They just throwing footballs at a big ass TV screen. They just had Jared Goff standing in the middle of Buffalo Wild Wings throwing throwing footballs at the TVs all up in the sky and shit like that. Like, ugh. Do they do the fastest man? Do they do the bench press for the strongest man competition? I'm like, it's kind of sad when you have shit that has actually worked. They're not even gonna use the shit no more. Like, oh fuck it, who gives a fuck about that shit anymore? Man, we don't care. We're out of here. What else? NBA, the dunk contest. I mean, I hope it's all right. That's all I'm hoping for. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Stop looking for superstars to do the shit. The shit done. LeBron has changed this league in more ways than one. And it really ain't been a whole bunch of superstars that's been out there doing the dunk contest for real. Most of the winners is dudes that casuals don't know, and people who watch hoop. Man, people didn't know who the fuck Desmond Mason was. They really didn't know who the fuck Jay Rich was. They ain't really know who Lil Nate was unless you was out there watching. That's a chance for casuals. That's what they look at it as, a chance for casuals to see some almost dazzling athletes. I don't know what the hell you're going to do. But now you got the three-point contest, and it's kind of like, if Steph ain't out there, like, do we really give a shit? He's the best shooter of all time. It's kind of like y'all playing for second place, and he don't need to do that shit no more. Yeah, because players were looking at it as family vacations also. Yeah, that's how they were looking at it. But I don't know what the hell Goodell and the owners had going on. I don't know. Fuck it. Oh well. It's gone and it ain't going back. But it's just they don't put any hope. They don't put any hope into they got the Rising Stars game, and do people even give a fuck about the rookies anymore? Shit, it's already bad enough. Most of the teams don't play their damn rookies in the first place. Drafted you this goddamn high for no reason. Maybe it'll change in the next year or two with Coop and them and AJ and them coming in. Maybe, it'll change. But, we just got to wait and see. Just wait and see. A lot of people don't want to realize that the numbers are down because they really, I don't know. With anybody else, I mean, the game, let's be honest. The game is kind of did like they be out there chucking them shits. Every team, good, bad, average, they all be out there just chucking the shit out of them trades, man. I mean, chucking the shit out of them 3-pointers. And it's not a problem that they are shooting the 3-pointers. The problem is they aren't efficient with the shit at all. Efficiency is a real issue. Efficiency and consistency is one of the main things that I find kind of annoying with today's NBA. You will have a player have 27 points and then turn around and give you exactly 7 points the next game. Like, you can't. Everybody ain't expecting you to be on like that, but people can kill you every now and again. It's just not a consistent threat of it. And then that's what takes it away. That's what takes it away. Because if you go like them early 2000s Knicks, you got to pay attention to Spree. You got to pay attention to Allen Houston. You got to pay attention to Charlie Ward or Chris Childs at the point. If you fuck around, leave them open, they'll give you a quick 15. Larry Johnson will hit your ass with some points. I mean, he had already lost his athleticism and explosiveness. He was still a decent shooter. Camby will give you some points. Like, you had to be on your, P's and Q's, and it really wasn't. No, they wasn't as skilled as they are now, but it was definitely a little bit more. Go back and look at some of those players' numbers, and I ain't talking about the 90s now. Since we're supposed to be done with that, I'm not even trying to use that one no more. Just look at the 2000s with the, the efficiency with some of the players that was up there like that. I ain't gonna tell you to look up no power forwards because most of them was it wasn't nothing but like 3 or 4 of them that was actually taking those shots outside of that mid-range area. Poor AD went out there and played his ass off just to turn around and get hurt. God damn. And, it was just different. You were still able to put your hands on them. It's not the free reign that they have now. Because it's not more or less the on ball, it's the off ball. Like, you can't impede anybody's progress, period. And it could be a great era for Reggie Miller and Rip Hamilton to be going around 50 or 60 screens, knowing that they ain't. I would feel bad for some of the players. Just picture if you had SGA running around and he had to duck picks from Jermaine O'Neal or the fucking big ass Davis boys or Big Ben and Rashid, and he's 196 pounds versus Big Ben's 260, and he got to go around there and then you chasing the shit out of Rip, and Rip cutting you with his nails, because I heard a lot of players say Rip don't cut his nails, and he be slashing the shit out of you, grabbing in his arm when he run, scratch the shit out of you, take off, and that ain't no easy task, my brother. But like, for them to have such free reign and to know that you're gonna get these calls is like, they don't be attacking like that. maybe they're worried about they might get hurt or something like that, and that's kind of valid because you definitely we've seen too many times injuries take the prime of a lot of players, and fear of injury is a real thing, and I understand, but I just and nobody's saying don't shoot no threes. We ain't got no problem with that shit. If you're sparking, you're sparking, because you can pull. Like sometimes they will pull like an old Golden State and hit you for like 30 or 40 threes. But they're not gonna do that again for another 2, 3 months. Oh yeah. Shout out to Kendrick for getting to do the halftime special. It was cool. It was cool. I ain't gonna say it was ass or mid or nothing like that. The only thing I would have thought, I just wanted some more niggas out there. I wanted DeRozan out there, some more of the jumps from the block. Like we just got the little sprinkle from Serena. And could y'all please stop talking about she's just doing that to get back at Drake. Like y'all just killing me with this shit. Like y'all just gotta let that shit go, man. Just let that girl hit her crip walk, represent where she from, and then just keep it moving, man. God damn. Decent performance. The beginning was good. Like when he dropped everybody was I don't know how you gonna make it seem like people won't into it when the whole crowd went A minor like a motherfucker. So don't act like the crowd won't in it for real, for real. They was just waiting on their spots. A lot of people, well, love, they don't know the songs, Yeah, that's not a good excuse. Don't wait till shit like this happen for you to just be talking shit. Then turn around and get mad when they go get somebody else. I'm thinking they gonna grab somebody white. Me personally, if I was in charge of the shit, and I know it ain't gonna happen, I would grab Chris Brown for next year's Super Bowl. I would get little Chris to go out there and put on one of the most amazing performances of all time, because you already know he gonna do it. He gonna be back flipping and he doing all the flips. He gonna bring Simone Biles out there, and they gonna and Jordan Childs and Suni Lee and have a flip off. He gonna go out there and cut a fucking fool. But yeah, y'all can let some of the niggerdom go and go ahead and get somebody else. Well, yeah, I don't know. Taylor. I guess y'all can grab Taylor if Kermit and no, because they be announcing the jump during the season, and that's difficult. I don't know. Do you still put her out there? I don't know. But it's been real black. I ain't gonna lie, it's been real black for a while. Since Jay-Z has taken over. I can't even remember the last time I seen somebody white up there. At the halftime performance, and that is the lead artist. Nope. I don't know. I really couldn't even tell you. But shout out to Kendrick, man. One of the best years a rapper could ever have, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Keep doing your thing. It won't like he won't putting in good product beforehand. So one of them Grammys and shit. Who did I see win a Grammy and that shit made me laugh? I saw the Rolling Stones win a Grammy. That was funny. Them old motherfuckers don't need no more Grammys. They good, bro. Leave them little old bastards out. Yeah, let it go. Let it go. I mean, they can still make music to the end of time, but you ain't got to be considering in that. There's some people out here really trying out here, man, and you need to go on ahead and give them their respects. And y'all need to the I was kind of salty because none of the R&B that I listened to last year was a couple of new artists. They won't consider for shit. So maybe it might be next year that they get the look, but I don't know. I thought some people might have got had out of nomination, not a win. Because whoever wins, it really don't. For the most part, it don't fucking matter. I just want to see just some different people in there because they doing different shit. And since we're on music, I recently watched the Saturday Night Live. Cause Saturday Night Live is in their 50th anniversary year, and Questlove did a documentary about the 50 years of musical guests on SNL. And that shit was over. It was that now that was mid. That was mid. They didn't talk about, they didn't go into detail about none of the legendary performances that happened. It was all a spurt. Like they had one instance where they were talking about Prince, and this was before Prince blew up. This was off the Dirty Mind album, and he did a song called "Party Up," and Eddie Murphy was like, "This was before Prince like really blew up, and this was a Party Up off the Dirty Mind album." And a lot of people didn't know what it was. And I did. I was excited because I was a fan and I listened to the music, and that was it. Cut, played a little piece of it. It's then Prince said. Then Prince said he was out of here, slammed the mic on the ground, and that was it. That's how long as long as I have been talking about it, that's how long the clip was in the video. They spent 10 minutes talking about Jimmy Fallon doing a skit with Mick Jagger, talking about they had the mirror where you sit across from a person who looks like you and y'all do the same moves and shit. Man, Saturday Night Live is filmed in front of a live studio audience. So if they're laughing during the skit, you're gonna hear it. They replayed that skit and it wasn't shit coming from the audience, not a bit of laughter. They all clapped at the end because it was over. They clapped at the end of the skit, but they spent 10, man, they spent a long time for a skit that is not that fucking memorable. Like they kept bringing up skits that weren't like some SNL skits that involved the music are legendary. James Brown Celebrity Hot Tub Party with Eddie Murphy, legendary. Um, Dick in the Box with Andy Samberg and Justin Timberlake, legendary. More Cowbell, legendary. Maya Rudolph doing Beyonce was not legendary. It was. What was another one? Fred Armisen doing something where he did a punk rock song for his daughter. I was like, oh my God. And for Questlove, who has done different music documentaries, like I was like, dude, will you please get to the shit that like it was, it was like he wasn't in charge of his own documentary. Lauren Michaels, who runs SNL, sat over his shoulder and was talk about this. Now that was good. And it wasn't talking about an incident they had with Kanye, where Kanye sang the song, and then after he was done, he went on a sabbatical, kind of like how he been doing on Twitter this week. And that it wasn't memorable that he had that rant. That shit we won't. Who gives a shit? Talk about that fucking music, please. God damn. It was more. If you watched that documentary, you would have thought it was more memorable music moments on the Arsenio Hall show that was only on for a couple of years. I give it 5 compared to the 50 at SNL. They didn't talk about some of the epic fails that happened up there, because I know one band that had an epic failure up there called The Replacements, where the dude cussed live on TV, then another dude missed his whole cue and he didn't even hit the solo. They talked about the Ashley Simpson shit, which was funny. Like they tried to make it seem like something was wrong with her voice. She can't fucking sing, and people already knew that. So it wasn't like he was exposing no new shit. So when they, when they did the count off, the drummer would play the beat so they knew what song it was. And the person that did the count off the second time counted it off like the first song. So he started playing it like the first song. And they never got into it. And man, yeah, that was a big failure. That fucking ruined her career. She won't never the same. People really didn't give a fuck. He was interviewing people that really didn't. Ugh. All that Miley Cyrus was up there just a little too much. Like, ugh, ugh. She ain't did nothing legendary performance wise. Let's talk about the legendary shit with Queen, like the Arsenio show. Legendary shit like Queen Latifah getting a bunch of rappers to rap for Arsenio in his last episode. Let's see, what was he like, 5 or 6 year old Bow Wow busting a freestyle before he even touched fame when Snoop brought him out there on the Arsenio Hall show. Luther murdering acapella, Let Me Hold You Tight. That's the different groups that went up there and killed it acapella and had people like, oh, they got to be next. I can guarantee you, Questlove can go to Arsenio and make a 10 times better documentary about the music on the Arsenio Hall shit than he did on SNL. And I fuck with SNL. Watched it for a majority of my life. I really ain't been into it like the last 20-something years. That Will Ferrell group was like the last time I was checking for it every once in a while. Now, that shit ain't it. It ain't funny no more. It ain't. And I don't want to hear that bullshit. Well, it's not black humor. No, it ain't nobody's humor. Who the fuck is laughing at this? Maybe some college white kids? I guess so. If that's their field, let me know. If y'all know somebody who enjoys SNL, which I know y'all not, because most of y'all in here do not know that many white people. But I've heard white people say, even while I was in the military, say that shit just ain't funny no more. And some of it just ain't. Ugh. Jimmy Fallon. Ugh. Ugh. That's what y'all find funny. Pete Davidson. Ugh. That's funny to y'all. that's what y'all. Jimmy Kimmel. Ugh. That's humorous. And don't get me wrong, some funny motherfucking white boys out there. Conan funny as shit. Bill Burr funny as shit. Jim Norton funny as shit. Colin Quinn funny as shit. Kill Tony funny as shit. Damn, it's a plethora of white dudes. Now white women, it's gonna be older white women for me. Like Joan Rivers was funny as shit to me. B. Arthur, who was Dorothy from the Golden Girls, she funny as shit. No, he's not. Dante, stop saying white people are one of us just because they married us or hung out with us. Now, Bill can come to the cookout, but Bill is not one of us. I hope you're talking about comedian and not black people. But what's the chick from Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld? She funny as shit. She had some moments where she was funny than the motherfucker up there. What was the old white joint? Lily Tomlin. Maya Rudolph is funny. I mean, she mixed, so. What's the other chick name? Kristen Wiig. She funny. Tina Fey. She funny. So I mean, don't use that excuse that I don't find white people funny. I find them hilarious. I think I got Bill in my top 5. Crazy ass Bill Hicks. He was funny as shit. Ronnie Dangerfield was that dude. Sam Kinison. Jim fucking Carrey. Come on now. No. Don't use that excuse. Just get funny. Y'all still got Lauren Michaels up there running that show, and he has no idea what's funny. He ain't been known what's funny in a long time. Ralphie May was funny, but it got old after a while for me. It's kind of just fell into the same thing over and over again. Oh, let me be overtly about something that's racist, or let me be overtly about something that's, just trying to find hot buttons to press. Nah, what's the name of that other white dude? Ron White. Ron White funny as shit. Ron White is one of them individuals who can't help himself. He gonna be funny in any situation. Ron White funnier than a motherfucker, bro. Yeah. What's his name? Damn, what's white boy named? Trevor something. He used to be on ADD skits. He funny. I get him that. Tom Segura. Tom Segura is funny. Joe Rogan's funny, but not as funny as he used to be. And Joe Rogan be wilding sometimes too. I ain't talking about the nigga shit. I'm just talking about he be going off the Joey Diaz. Coco Diaz is hilarious, money. Yo, that shit was funny where he kept trying to get Joe Rogan to clown Steven Seagal about the way he runs. And Joe was trying to defend him. And no, Joe Rogan, you can't defend it. His run is fucking ridiculous. Excuse me. So I ain't anybody trying to hear that shit. That shit just ain't funny no more. What's the white boy that they kept on? Bill Hader. Bill Hader's okay, but he ain't as funny as somebody like I find Charlie Day funnier than the motherfucker. Charlie Day from Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Horrible Bosses. He's funny as shit to me. You know they had he's been funny to me, and I was clowning him the other day while he was at the Super Bowl. Paul Rudd. I'm sorry, Paul Rudd. They showed you. Damn, hold up. They profiled you at the Super Bowl the other day, and I said, man, we still give a fuck about Paul Rudd. I mean, for those who into the superhero genre, yeah, I guess so. You still fuck with Paul Rudd for sure, for sure. mm. I guess this is the time that we can get the hell out of here, especially since I'm almost out of water. This shit was good. I might just use these type of cups for now on instead of using the full red one. Damn, this is good. Great to have y'all here. I don't know when I'm gonna do this shit again. I'm gonna try to do it a little bit more consistently now. I was kind of like, I ain't gonna say I was down. I just didn't feel right doing it with mom's being sick, and then why you doing the podcast if you ain't out here, if you still ain't got no job? I let that get to me, and I'm like, man, I'm filling out 7 and 10 applications a day, just waiting for them, just waiting to hear from them. I've had a couple of interviews. We're gonna maintain. We're gonna make sure we're gonna get this shit done. Because we'll never have another 2023. Never again. But thanks for everybody coming out. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Watch another episode. If you want me to talk about something, just let it be known. Hit me up. Discord, IRLs, you know the number. Anything can it. Hey, your suggestions change the trajectory of the show. So much love to everybody. Thanks for coming out. Be easy and be you. Much love. I'm out.